Don't put the brakes on. Feel the beat, but don't bring it on. Take, 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 one more time. Sleep, sleep if you can. Be a girl or you can be a man. I'm raining on you and taking from you. And give 'em what I can. Take, 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 one more time before you break, break, break and fade away. Sleep, sleep if you can. Be a girl or you can be a man. I'm raining on you and taking from you. And give 'em what I can. Take, 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 one more time before you break, break, break and fade away. Take, 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 one more time before you break, break, break and fade away. Take, 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 one more time before you break, break, break and fade away. Take, 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 one more time before you break, break, break and fade away.
Feelings can be futile, but I'm burning blue. Everything is loud at night, I can't sleep over you. The aftertaste of you, lights in the room, dancing flames in the fire, ashes in the morning. I just wanna wear your sweater, I just wanna look you in the eyes. My hands fight. 'Cause even if I do, my hands are tied to you. Even if I do, my hands are tied to you. My hands are tied, my lips are tied. Your eyes are bright, put up a fight. 'Cause even if I do, my hands are tied to you. Even if I do, my hands are tied to you. Feel it in my blood. Think I'm speeding up, kinda like the rush. Counting hours pass, bottom of the glass. Kinda like the way I don't wanna leave. I like the danger, I'm sick of just playing it safe. And I like your placement, I never felt this kind of way. I don't know when I fell, but I can feel myself melt when you look at me. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? And I take it in steps in case we make a mess that I don't wanna see. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? I'm so unprepared, fighting the terrain with nothing to my name. Need to match your pace, watch you move away, leave me in a place I don't wanna be. I like the danger, I'm sick of just playing it safe. And I like your placement, I never felt this kind of way. I don't know when I fell, but I can feel myself melt when you look at me. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? And I take it in steps in case we make a mess that I don't wanna see. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? I never know what to believe, bet everything, want you to lose it on me. Something about you, something I need so bad. Linger like a cigarette, picturesque. Want you to want this, want this. I don't know when I fell, but I can feel myself melt when you look at me. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? And I take it in steps in case we make a mess that I don't wanna see. In the thick of it now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me?
Life, my life, rolls down your cheek. Life, my life, rolls down your cheek. It's the end of 7 years trading bars, winter roads again. War, love and war, burn wild in your eyes. War, love and war, my own words in my side. Out beyond the ceiling, standing still, casting shadow in day's pale light. Sailor skin, southern golden age, love and sin, hide away. Potted plants did grow on your porch. Empty chairs circled and know something that was more. Out beyond the ceilings growing dark, I'm blowing out in an August night. Sailor skin, southern golden age, love and sin, how the night light stays. Sailor skin, southern golden age, love and sin, hide away.
Gave it space and it felt like hell. In the glass I can see myself. If I look longer than a few seconds, I think I see the things that you mentioned, whether or not right or wrong. Paint yourself as a hero and I'm holding my breath underwater screaming. I wonder if you've had the same dream. Fever dreams, I'm alone again, so forgive me if I seem tentative. It's because everything you say sounds nice. Don't know if I could believe in it twice. Taunt me with a paradise, gather your arms, but leave me at the end of mine. And where are you tonight? Where are you tonight? Where are you tonight? Where are you tonight? Tell me, are you where you thought? Is your emptiness like mine? Or can you ride the waves of your progress? Leave us behind in your wake. I confess I sleep just fine. I prefer the early nights, the night when you hold me. Are you controlling all of my fever dreams? I'm alone again, so forgive me if I seem tentative. It's because everything you say sounds nice.
So I said, let's sit down, in and out, run around, make a sound. And that's what I'm about. Get down, sing and shout, clown around, make it loud. And that's what you're about. Sit down, in and out, run around, make a sound. And that's what I'm about. Get down, sing and shout, clown around, make it loud. And that's what you're about. Oh man, baby, can you feel it now? It's a big wow, tell me it's a big wow. I put it down just to feel you out, I feel you now. In a big town, baby, it's a big town. I check the time, running late in the dressing gown. No time to sit down, no, I can sit down. It's getting hot, you and I, there's a fire now. We can put it out, no, I will put it out. Oh man, baby, can you feel it now? It's a big wow, tell me it's a big wow. I put it down just to feel you out, I feel you now. In a big town, baby, it's a big town. I check the time, running late in the dressing gown. No time to sit down, no, I can sit down. It's getting hot, you and I, there's a fire now. We can put it out, no, I will put it out. Oh man.
Hello everyone. Hello and welcome to another week of the Believe It or Not live quiz. It's so excited to be back with you. I see a few of you have come in, and yeah, I'm going to introduce the guys. Jono, Andre, say hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good,
Hey,
man.
everybody.
How are you guys?
People can hear you this week. That's a big thing.
Oh yeah.
Thrilled to be here, man. It's been a week to reflect on last week's tragic loss, and I recorded a Bruce Springsteen song that I promised. You've heard it. So I think you're going to play that at the end.
Yeah, that's our special announcement for today. Jono said if he lost again, he'd sing a song for us all. He's actually recorded a version of Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire that we're going to play at the end of this quiz. So that's something to look forward to when we get to the end. Stick around for that one. But before we get to that, we've got a whole quiz to get through.
We have a big old quiz here. And looking at the rounds, I like 3 out of 4. I don't love food and drink, but believe it or not, potluck, days, weeks, and month, they look very good. So
Yeah, we haven't had a days, weeks, and months yet. Yeah,
but I just want to give a quick shout out to my mum for giving me a laptop. If she hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to do this podcast right now. Shout out to Daniel Berger for winning on the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour's back. Shout out to David Luiz. You're not going to like hearing that at all, Jake.
No. I will end this podcast if you shout out David Luiz.
But I have to do it because it means Liverpool can't win the league at Everton on Monday.
I know.
So I have to do that. And also, I want to say that it's funny. Last week, Dre and I'm very proud of how we both did last week. We scored 58 each.
Yeah, really impressive.
And neither of us knew how many phones were in this country at all. We were so off on the landlines. It was comical.
Really, really far off.
Like, embarrassingly so for both of us. Me more so, but Dre was also embarrassing on that. So, yeah.
Well, Dre, how many if you win tonight, how many is that for you in a row?
I stopped counting, man. Been so many.
Here's what I'll say. I was up 4-2, and the score is now, I believe, 8-4. So it's quite a.
It can't be
it's
8-4. Wow.
It's
all right.
that bad, yeah.
Wow.
So I need tonight.
No, I think it's 7-4 because this is our 12th. So if Dre wins tonight, it'll be 8-4. This is our 12th quiz.
7-4. Okay, well, 7-5 doesn't sound as bad. So
yeah, you need a big win. All right, here we go.
And We've also got 12 people who have liked the show so far. Thank you for that. Keep liking and subscribing. You did it last week. Do it again. Thank you.
All right, well, as you can see on your screen, tonight's rounds are food and drink, believe it or not, potluck, days, weeks, and months. There's a list. It's a nice one this week. Pretty easy, I think. And the ponderous puzzle. You know the drill. Don't be rude or nasty in the comments. Nobody likes it. And don't be spoiling stuff in the comments.
There are two things in the comments I want to comment on. BION fan, shout out to his girlfriend Arishna, absolutely. And Andrew Wright Taylor, Arsenal are appealing David Luiz's 3-match ban. Apparently it's not anywhere long enough. That's very good. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, Gary Lineker tweeted about Man City are furious about the red card, and it was very accurate.
All right. Yeah. I read a funny one that was said, this is the only time I've seen a team go up to 10 men.
It really was. It was an unprecedented performance from David Luiz.
It was one of the worst performances I've seen on a professional football pitch.
Yeah, and we were up at 7:15 a.m. watching it. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah. All right, let's carry on. Round one, food and drink. Let's do it. Jay, you ready?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to shut up about soccer. Let's go.
Come on, man. Don't be like that. If there's one thing we know these people love, it's sports.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
sports and games.
Here we go. Round one. Food and drink. Wow, what an animation. Food
that was really nice.
Drink. Question number 1. What is pickled to make a pickle?
It's like that kind of question. It's a little silly. A little BION.
Yeah, very BION.
Yep.
Yeah,
hey, Stu. Hey, Steven. Just shouting out people that are always in our chat. Andrew Wright Taylor as well. I think I got a shout out earlier. And anyone else I missed? Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back. BION fan says it's like a dream sequence. You know, it is going to be a dream sequence when we play Jono's song later on. I'm very excited for it. I've listened to it. I think it's great.
The fact that you called it sick meant a lot to me because I did kind of work on it a little bit. There are a lot of effects. There are a lot of effects on the song. I did it literally after we finished the show last week.
Yeah,
so.
It was good. All right.
Thank you.
Moving on. Question number 2. What word has been removed from this logo?
Oh, shout out to the Morgan family. This is a classic drink back home.
Yeah, you big fans?
Yeah, no. Mike and Anthony love this.
All right. Dre, you a beer guy or are you I feel like you're like a whiskey man.
Yeah, no, definitely spirits, not really beer. Although this particular beer is in the quiz way too often, I gotta say. I think normally we ask like what city or country it's from, but not in this instance, I guess.
All right. Well, let's move on. Question number 3. What food item is mentioned in the title of this film? I figured a still was enough to get which film it was.
Yeah.
Usually we'd play a clip or something, but you know, I don't want DreamWorks coming after me.
Not so much.
You think Disney's lawyers are bad? Who-wee. DreamWorks, they just send Shrek after you.
They got Spielberg, they got Katzenberg, they got Geffen, they got all of them. So
yeah,
not so good.
All right, question number 4. When it comes to coffee, we call it a trim flat white. What do Aussies say instead of trim?
Shout out to the Heatley family in Australia. They should get this right.
Yeah. That's a classic, like, old school written BION question, right?
Yes.
I'm always weary of it as well because it's sort of unprovable. I don't know that. Like, I'm really hoping that this is correct, but
yeah.
If one of the Heatleys could message not now, but after we've seen the answer to confirm it, that would be nice.
I read enough kind of like forum posts and ask Yahoo Answers things and stuff to see that is like what people call it.
Yeah, I'm picturing being in Australia right now, and I think I know what it is.
Yeah. All right, question number 5. What fast food chain ended their long-time official sponsorship of the Olympic Games in 2018?
So with the Winter Olympics, yeah.
Which is really interesting. I was reading about this. This one's it's an interesting one.
Mm.
Give you.
Missed you too, Tony. Was going to say in the chat, people are saying someone's mad at us, and I'm desperately trying to find out what they mean. But
They're saying on the Facebook somebody's mad at us.
Jaunty Rutherford, apparently furious.
Jaunty Rutherford on Facebook sounds mad. So if somebody wants to find out what the deal is with that.
I can't believe you did a Simpsons round 1 last night.
All right, moving on. Question number 6. As well as starring in the 2014 film, who hosts this spin-off cooking show?
In the 2014.
As well as starring in the 2014, who
Yep.
hosts this spin-off cooking show? Who checks these quizzes?
Matt Ansley. What are you doing?
That's okay.
The reason I know this is because you went on and on about this movie for so long.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I've got to watch it. I don't know if Dre's seen it either, but
No, it's a good film.
it's on the event page. Someone's screaming at us, apparently. Let's take a look.
All right. On the event page, fellas. All right, moving on. Question number 7. When we produced milk in these glass bottles, how many milliliters were in each? This is we being, believe it or not, when we, believe it or not, started as a milk company, believe it or not.
Man, John T. Rutherford is mad. All he has to do is delete us by himself. We're not going to take him off the notifications and friends list. You're going to keep getting those notifications, John T. Just take yourself off.
Yeah, I don't think we even can take him off. Like, like the damn page. I don't know. I can't help you, John T.
John T, I've got 5 mutual friends with you, John T. That's pathetic. Go away.
John T, if you're listening, all you have to do is go to our page and then click unlike. Or you can, if you still want to like us, you can click, I think, receive notifications or something. There's something you can click to turn us off.
2 of my mutual friends with John T. Rutherford are Anthony Metcalf, one of my best friends, and Carly Binding. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure John T ain't watching, man. I don't think we gotta tell him how to unlike it. But yeah, carry on.
All right. Question number 8. This dessert, invented in the 1890s by Auguste Escoffier at London Savoy Hotel, was created in honor of whom?
You okay with just last name on this, or?
I was going to ask you the exact same question.
I think maybe this week I've got the full thing, but
I can give you the first name if you need.
Mm.
If Dre doesn't have the first name, I'd accept the first name. We'll see.
We'll see how we go. Why don't you give me as much as you can, and then I'll see how I'm feeling. See if I'm feeling generous.
All right.
All right. Question number 9. What vegetable in the brassica family, whose varieties include Savoy, red, and white, is a good source of antioxidants, vitamin C, fiber, and potassium? There's kind of not much to say about some of the like food and drink questions, is there? It's not like you can, hey, here's some fun facts about that vegetable. But I did I pulled up. I've got a Steely Dan fact for later whenever we decide to get onto Steely Dan facts.
Good, because I saw that F wanted that again. So
yeah,
yes.
I got a real doozy.
Okay, good.
Evan Yates with the not realizing that this is deliberate cross promotion. Yes, it was in the Herald quiz, I believe.
All right. Wait, sorry, this one was in the Herald quiz or the question before?
One of them.
All right. Question number 10 for the food and drink round. The cocktail known as the hand grenade, now a registered trademark, is synonymous with the bars of the city marked by what star? Blue, red, or yellow? Look at us, so fancy. We got stars and things flying around the place.
That is very fancy.
Beautiful work. All right, you guys want some ponderous puzzle?
If we must.
All right, here's the first clue of the ponderous puzzle. Who am I? When I graduated from high school, where I excelled at volleyball, I worked as a fitness instructor. I was given my big break after being discovered in a crowd shot on the big screen at a sports match in 1989. In 1997, I became one of the many guest hosts to have fronted Saturday Night Live. I have appeared as a contestant on both Britain's Dancing on Ice and the USA's Dancing with the Stars.
Can you show me the map again for a sec? I want to know the colours. Okay, yep. Thank you, sir.
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
All right, these guys are going to send me their answers. I'm going to mark them some points, and then we will carry on. Should I do my Steely Dan fact while you guys send me answers?
Before you do,
I think you were going to do the same thing I was, John.
I was going to shout out BION fans for dissing Stuff Quiz.
No, that's far more cynical than what I was going to do.
And Ulu, Hero Quiz better than Stuff Quiz. Thank you.
That's very true. I was actually going to say happy birthday to Rebecca McLennan. Her husband Grant asked us to shout her out. Hopefully they're listening right now, but they watch all our quizzes, and he was very sweet. He just asked for a nice happy birthday for his lady wife, and so happy birthday, Rebecca. Thanks for watching.
Terrific.
Also, shout outs to Marina. She says ciao.
And Knickers Pickers, which star? I hope you saw that again when I did as well. And 11/11 coming tomorrow in paper in. Evan Yates with a Bianca Castafiore reference as well. Very impressive.
Evan's killing it tonight. My God.
To see Tintin mentioned in the comments is quite something.
Pretty sure I remember this Ponderous Puzzle, by the way. That Photoshop stayed with me forever. It's terrifying.
It's so terrifying. Hey, do you want me to move on, or do you want to hear a Steely Dan fact?
Let's do the Steely Dan fact. Let's do it.
All right, Steely Dan fact for the night. Maybe there'll be more later. I don't know. But when they played in high school together, when they met before starting Steely Dan, they played in a band that had Chevy Chase on drums.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good fact.
Great Steely Dan fact.
Yeah, so there you go. They used to play with Chevy Chase, renowned actor and asshole.
Yes.
All right, moving on to the answers for the food and drink round.
I like that round.
What is pickled to make a pickle? A gherkin, which is a variety of cucumber. I did some reading on this. I feel like I would accept cucumber.
That's good of you.
No, that's silly.
Thank you.
But it's correct.
Thank you, Jake.
Gherkin is just a name that they're called in like Australia and the US and stuff like that. But
isn't it a specific variety? Like you wouldn't use a telegraph cucumber, you'd use a gherkin cucumber.
Yeah, that's
Jaunty in the comments had a point. Interestingly researched questions, but yeah, no. If you any host who's hosting with this all would absolutely give cucumber. Why wouldn't you? I mean,
Well, I have given cucumber to Jono, so
thank you.
Congrats on the points. Terrific. Question number 2: what word has been removed from this logo? Australia, yeah, one of the great Spanish beers.
Yeah, it would have to be because it is Spanish.
Yeah, wouldn't it be Australia?
It probably is said that way, yes.
Yeah, Australia. All right, moving on. Question number 3. What food item is mentioned in the title of this film? Meatballs.
Mm-hmm. Number 2 at that as well.
A chance of meatballs 2. Oh.
Well, number 1. Wasn't the first one there.
Hey, the food doesn't change.
All
right.
So true.
Question number 4. When it comes to coffee, we call it a trim. Aussies say skinny.
Now, my person messaged me at 7:45, so after we sent it all in, Reese Heatley, my cousin, he said, answer skinny for the milk. So there you go. He confirmed it in Aussie. He also said in his comment, P.S. there is a drinking game in the house where we can't drink until Jake Love either speaks or plays a song of his at the start. We enjoyed the early Jake Love song tonight. There you go. That's the Heatley family drinking game.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, if you're listening, if you like my music, I'm doing a live stream on Saturday night. I'll be playing with my band over at a place called Big Barrel Music. Go follow Big Barrel Music on Facebook or whatever, and you can see me play on Saturday night. There you go. I'll shamelessly self-promote.
Do it.
Nikki, and we weren't making fun of you, Evan, by the way. We genuinely mean you've had a good night in the comments. Keep going, mate. Nikki points out why I hate questions like this, and they're not specific enough because, the whole world also calls it skim, right? So would you take that as a host? I mean, you'd be silly not to, but I'm pretty sure, we meant skinny. We're pointing to skinny.
For me as a host and marker personally, I would take skim if enough teams wrote it. It gets to that point as a marker.
Yeah.
Where skinny's written, but if you see skim pop up a lot, you go, okay, I'll probably... Some markers aren't as generous as that, but yeah.
All right. Moving on. Question number 5. What fast food chain ended their long-time official sponsorship of the Olympics in 2018? McDonald's was the official restaurant, and then they suddenly the Olympics were like, yeah, we don't want you to do all of that anymore. We're just you can hang around, but we're not gonna make you an official sponsor.
That's right. And so, what helps that question, of course, is the MJ doco where McDonald's is just always in there.
Yeah.
And anything MJ92 has McDonald's in it, so.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Question number 6. As well as starring in the 2014 film, who hosts this spin-off cooking show? Jon Favreau.
Yeah, I just know that because you keep going on about the movie Chef.
It was a food and drink round, and,
Yeah.
I had to put something in there.
Of course.
Jon Favreau, he's a great guy. Funny.
I got to watch the movie.
Funny in Spider-Man, decent director. Actually quite a good director.
Very good director, yeah.
All right, moving on. Question number 7. When we produced milk in these glass bottles, how many milliliters were in each? 600 milliliters.
Oh, that wasn't happening for me.
Yeah.
No, I just made up, I guess. It looked like more than 500. It looked like less than 1 liter, but...
You went with 650, Dre.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is...
I figured... I thought it might have even been like some wacky number because it might have been imperial measurements back then. So I didn't want to do like a round.
Yeah, I guess if they did like liquid ounces or something, right? They were a pint. Apparently,
pint bottles,
Maximus says they were a pint. So
I agree with Dre that it didn't look like 1,000 either, but I just went with it because I didn't have anything else. I just did 1,000 milliliters. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, 600.
Yeah.
All right. Peach Melba, invented in the 1890s, was created in honor of Dame Nellie Melba.
Yay.
Now, if I can get Cucumber, Dre can have Melba, that's fine. I did say Nellie Melba.
You actually both got it.
You both said Nellie? Okay.
Yeah. Question number 9. What vegetable in the brassica family? Blah, blah, blah. Cabbage. And then lastly, the cocktail known as the hand grenade, now a registered trademark, is synonymous with the bars of New Orleans, which is yellow down there.
That's why I want to see it again. Yeah, I figured it was around that New Orleans section. Everyone loves drinking there. I've never been. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, I'd like to go. You guys want to see some scores?
Let's see it.
After the first round, having both got the ponderous puzzle, John and Andre are once again tied on 19 points each.
What a surprise. I like that food and drink round for a food and drink round especially.
It's almost like we script this stuff, eh?
No, we're too lazy for that. But that is a very, very memorable ponderous, which both Jonathan and I would have hosted.
Absolutely.
All right, well,
that's part of the problem.
Here we go, round 2. Believe it or not, which of course is our answer to true or false. We've been saying true or false needed updating for years.
We have.
As tired, as outdated, so we just went ahead and did it.
Is this the first time we've done this round in the quiz?
No, we did one, maybe like number 5 or 6.
Okay, so yeah, basically how it goes is you say if you believe what we're saying or not. That's very simple.
Exactly. Moving on to question number 1. Continental France's longest land border is with Germany. Believe it or not? I
mean, this is a round people often joker because any 50-50 round people just want to get in on.
Yeah, right. Why wouldn't you?
Because we have a bullet to fire every question.
All right. Well, here we go. Question number 2. We never appeared in the same film together.
Two of my favorite performers right there.
Hey, look at that. We've got over 500 viewers.
Look at us.
Hey.
Saudi
Hey.
Arabia.
Hey, look at us.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
thunk it? Moving on. Question number 3. My first appearance as Wolverine was in the 1990s.
Believe it or not, it's the funniest round because Dre and I really aren't allowed to say anything during this. But in the answers, we'll talk a lot.
Yeah.
Because we will both analyze kind of what these questions mean, what they're about. But you can't say anything right now. We don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
So yeah. I'm sure Dre feels the same about this round.
Yeah, you could easily blitz through it because any word we say, just 2 damn choices, right? So
that's it. And so Dre and I, if we go ooh it sort of gives it away.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep
quiet.
quiet.
We'll move on to question number 4.
It's a good round though.
In total, China has the second most gold medals in the history of the Summer Olympics.
Do we have a good list tonight, Jake?
Yeah, it's quite a relaxed list,
Okay.
I think.
Is it sport and games?
No, it is not. It's
Mhm.
geography.
Okay.
I think it'll be pretty chill.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. I am the world's richest man, according to Forbes magazine.
can't tell if Dwayne is giving out answers or if he's just really optimistic about us.
He's very optimistic about this, man. Somebody loves the Speedo, man.
I'll tell you what, Dwayne. You're saying beliefs to everything, but we actually have done that before. There's a couple of ones where we've made every answer believe, just to catch people who go, well, there's no way that they'd make every answer believe. So
it's true. It's a cruel psychological trick, because people just assume. Same with multiple choice, like ABC. No one ever thinks it's like AAA all in a row.
Way back in 2012, I was on a quiz team with Andre at Barrelin out east, with my dad as well. And there was a Believe It or Not round that did that. And we wrote Believe It for every question. Then we're like, this can't be the case. So we changed one of them to or not. And it was 10. So that's it. If it's too good to be true, it can be sometimes.
Believe in your heart, guys, and trust your gut.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have
Dwayne
to say.
believes.
We've never written a round where it's all or not because that would be very difficult to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. The world record for the fastest 10,000 meter run stands at less than half an hour. Whoa, believe it or not, moving on, because, like you're saying, there's not really much we can talk about.
We can't say much. I mean, all I can do is ask you about the list and other things that you're doing. We can talk about Arsenal, Man City if you want,
I think we'll just move on. Let's move on to question number 7, I think.
I love Arsenal. I wish you'd won.
Oh, I've already got a new question, man. You're going to have to...
Okay. I won't talk to you about Arsenal. All right, here we go.
New Zealand's open road speed limit has been 100 kilometers per hour for at least 40 years. Great. What a nice photo.
Oh, Marilyn, you're welcome. Love you too.
All right, moving on. Question number 8. This is the logo of the national airline of India. Oh, come on. Ulu, now you're just teasing me. Singing bloody Manchester City songs in the chat.
How dare they?
I'll move on. Question number 9. Our current Minister of Education is a woman.
How about their bloody Minister of Health, huh?
What happened to the quarantine, eh?
I just wanted to be that guy.
Yeah. I think Ulu had a decent joke about, I can't remember it now, I'll butcher it, but something to do with how many pints between Auckland and
It
Wellington
was
direct.
the question should have been how many liters of milk does it take to drive from Auckland to Wellington?
I'll tell you this: if we go back to lockdown, at least our viewers will go back up to a couple of grand.
Silver linings.
Yeah,
And we'll be absolutely refined by then.
and not only that, but I'll be referring to the fair weather fans. It's the 526 right now that are real fans, and it's those 1,500 beyond that are fair weathers for me.
Don't you worry, guys. We're writing down your names. We'll recognize you when you
Mhm.
come through when we're back in quarantine. Oh, goodness. I so hope not.
Exactly. No,
Alright.
we don't want to go back. We don't want to go back.
Question number 10, and it's a video that we might get in trouble for. Yay.
Cool.
The director of this film also directed Pretty Woman.
Their friendship would last forever.
You're gonna be my partner in this trouble, Mr.
Touchstone Pictures presents Academy Award nominee Bette Midler.
But enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think of me?
Academy Award nominee Barbara Hershey.
You maniac! Are you always like this? No? Good. Then you can stay.
In a motion picture about relationships.
I'm a womanizer. You see, I'm not a liar.
I'll see you back home on Monday. You're lucky.
About laughter.
Go back, you brain damaged bag of bones, or I'll have you gassed. Hi, Marge. How's life treating you?
About life.
That was a good trailer.
The fact that you decided to keep in a movie from the late 80s, like, why not? We could probably get away with the trailer.
Yeah, that was kind of my thinking. And I was like, I can't imagine the people behind this movie are coming after us, regardless of whether or not they directed Pretty Woman.
Well, the trailer thing is weird in general because trailers are ads, right? You want them played theoretically.
Yeah, like I don't. Do you think like Disney copyrights their like Star Wars trailers?
Man, it's all AIs now, so who knows? Like, it might recognize a stormtrooper and just, like, snap at you without...
Yeah, true. All right, well, do you guys want the next clue for the Ponderous Puzzle for those of you at home? Because I'm going to do it anyway.
This movie is where Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler comes from. So if you played that song, we would have gotten in trouble. But the trailer's probably all right. Wind Beneath My Wings would have been bad. But we did okay.
Well, I got a song later that it's pushing some boundaries. Well, it's with a video. We'll have to see how that goes.
So that's not Jonathan Morgan's cover of I'm on Fire?
It's not. That'll be coming later as well, though. I'm very excited for that. All right.
Yep.
Ponderous Puzzle. Next clue. Here we go. My measurements are 36, 24, 36. I once appeared on the TV show The Nanny as Fran's rival Heather Biblo. In 2008, I spent 3 days in the Australian Big Brother house. I was the first baby born on the 100th anniversary of Canada being a country.
That last fact is just a nice piece of trivia. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
That someone famous could be that baby.
I know.
The Aussie Big Brother thing, that was a great show back in the day. I think they're bringing it back. They're going to show it here again. My family, the Heatleys in Australia, love Big Brother. I've watched a lot of it with them.
I saw a great YouTube video of some guys exploring the old Australian Big Brother house.
At Dreamworld.
But it's all abandoned.
Yep.
It's really interesting to see all the like two-way mirrors and stuff that they got going on.
Sarah Marie's bum dance. Yep.
Yeah.
That was all there.
All right. Cool. That's our Believe It or Not round. I'm just going to wait on these two guys to send me some answers, and then we'll move straight into the actual answers. I think I'm just waiting on Andre, actually.
Sorry, I was replying to some things on Facebook.
So, Jakey, other than your team losing, football being back is good. Premier League is back. You're going to play Brighton. I think you'll go okay against them in the weekend.
Yeah, I think we should do okay against Brighton. But I don't know who's going to play, because if Louise is on a red, Murray's injured, and then we've got Mustafi's doing that thing he does where he flip-flops from being terrible and being like one of the best centre-backs alive.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
You didn't have many chances against City today. They were good enough, I thought.
Yeah.
That's Man City. I need Liverpool to lose every game now, Ulu. I couldn't agree more, but they're not going to. They don't need much, all right? That's the problem. They don't need
Yeah.
much. Oh,
I think they'll lose.
The key is that, yeah.
I think they'll lose
could
against you
to us.
guys. Yeah.
We might draw against them.
Meanwhile, Maximus is a big Liverpool fan.
There are a lot of them that exist.
All right. Do you
Yeah,
want to do some answers?
Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. Continental France's longest land border is not with Germany. It is with Spain. Then Belgium,
people
Switzerland, Italy, and Germany.
People will tell you when you get rid of the continental, Brazil is the longest land border with France, which is always a classic quiz question.
Okay.
People love that one, but that's removing continental. That's like French Guyana and all that.
I don't want to talk about football too much, but Maximus, yeah, that Hawkeye was a devastating blunder. What a weird time.
For that to be the first Premier League game in 100 days, and for them to get that wrong was wild. That couldn't be more on brand.
Useless. And I think that we should cap the football chat about there because
done. Let's
we're not exactly known for our fans loving the sports chat.
But if you ever want to talk Jake and I about football, we'll find an avenue. We'll do it at some point.
All right, question number 2. We never appeared in the same film together. They did in the film Sabrina. And it was Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn.
Delightful picture.
Yeah, William Holden.
There you go.
Not sure. Like the premise may be a bit dicey in 2020, but
I actually I don't know it. I haven't seen it, so
it's a great Billy Wilder movie.
Right. What's the dicey premise, Dre?
Hopefully I remembered it correctly, but just an older gentleman, quite a younger lady.
Right.
And it's the brother as well, who's sort of a cad, and William Holden's the younger brother.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about par for the course of the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hugh Jackman's first appearance as Wolverine was in the 1990s. It was not. It was in the year 2000.
Yep, and that's why I was saying, like, there's not much comment. Like, X-Men was 2000, so no.
It's a great choice for picture, though, because it's like, right on that boundary. You can believe anywhere from 98 to about 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right on that cusp. I think that one is actually X-Men 2, that photo there, because I don't think Nightcrawler was an X-Men 1.
No.
That's correct, yeah.
There we go.
Might even be 3, if they've got the 3 claws going. But
yeah, that's true. Could be X-Men 3 with the triple claws, but then that's just Wolverine's character. I do miss when they gave him the weird-ass peaks in his hairline. Wolverine, just for, like, no real reason.
Well, to mimic the, like, cartoon and comic book, I guess.
But it's so ridiculous. All right, moving on. Question number 4. In total, China has the second most gold medals in the history of the Summer Olympics. They do not. The Soviet Union is still second with 395.
It's always the Soviet Union.
Always the Soviet Union.
I don't even know if China are third, but I knew that they weren't
I think Great Britain is third.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or maybe that's just overall. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll hit you with some Steely Dan facts later.
Good.
Bill Gates is the world's richest man. He is not. It is, of course, Jeff Bezos.
If we'd asked this 5 years ago, he would have been. But it's been a while.
Well, it was actually. I changed this question a bit today because it was some guy called Slim something.
Carlos Slim, yeah.
Carlos Slim, the Mexican guy. Yeah. Yeah, he was the richest guy, and then
and it was
that richest man thing kept shifting forever, and now Jeff Bezos just probably has it for life. So there you go.
Yeah, it's actually relatively close at the moment. But all right. Question number 6. The world record for the fastest 10,000 meter run stands at less than half an hour. Believe it. By Kenenisa Bekele of Ethiopia, who did it in 26 minutes.
That's our first believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for Jono, though.
Or for Dwayne.
All right. Question number 7. New Zealand's open road speed limit has been 100 kilometers an hour for at least 40 years. Or not.
Yeah, I knew it was the 80s.
Is there, 85.
Yeah.
was when it changed. So it's, what, 35 years now?
I mean, it's getting there. It's getting close, but yeah, not quite.
620 viewers. All right. Come on.
Saudi Arabia.
I think somebody made a point, I think it was BION fans earlier, that actually what I think it is that as everyone likes the video and the likes go up pretty high, it must appear on some kind of trending or something like that, and then it starts just...
keep liking the video.
Yeah, people roll in.
Like the video.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Question number 8. This is the logo of the national airline of India. Yeah, believe it, it's called Air India. Not much more to say about that. Question number 9. Our current Minister of Education is not a woman. It's currently Chris
it's a small
Hipkins.
boy. It's a very young boy. That's what it is. Chris Hipkins.
It's that guy on the cover of Mad magazine.
Yeah, it's Alfred E. Newman.
All right, and lastly, question number 10. The director of Beaches did also direct Pretty Woman, Gary Marshall.
Yep.
All right, you guys want to do a list?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, it's a pretty good list.
Okay.
It's a geography list. It's pretty easy.
Ooh.
How the list works, if you're new, if you're just coming because this video has been so well liked that you've just rocked up out of the YouTube algorithm, is that you have to list as many. You're going to get shown a thing with lots of possible answers, and you have to list as many of them as you possibly can. And what we want to know is any US state whose name starts with a vowel.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a very fun one. That's very
Yeah.
easy.
It's a fun one, but yeah.
It's
How
fun.
many answers are there?
There's 12. 12 possible answers. 10 is the max. So if you get 10 right, then absolutely go for it. But
I'm trying to do it in alphabetical.
yeah. All right. So we're going to take a break. I'm going to play some tunes. And then, yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Right, guys?
Nah, man, it's over.
Nah, that's it. All right. We'll see you guys. We'll come back at 20 past 8. We'll give it a good 10 minutes. And, yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.
She's got a good head on her shoulders. He's got a good ass in those jeans. And maybe they'll work out when they're older. For now, the summer's all they need. We'll be standing with the sun. We'll be standing with the sun. When the summer's had its run.
as you said, fall into rhythms of reeds in the sand. Let the waves wash clear my mind, surrender my burdens to ocean's tides. We'll be citizens, you said, weaving our bodies into beds of sand. Open my hands to a weight of gold, too much to hold, too much to hold. Mold our frames in the rock face, leave our mark so we can stay till tides wear us out and we lose shape. I saw the sun, his eyes gleam bright, too much to take in from beauty in his sight. And days just the same, waves lap around trying to free my mind. Falling for the light, molding to this cliffside, falling to the sea. Oh, I'll be here always. Falling for the light, molding to this place I
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Very excited to be back. I'm going to bring back my friends Jono and Andre, who are ready to crack back into it. Guys, how did you find that list?
Delightful. Nice and easy, but fun to do, even if it is easy.
Yeah, Jake, it was a good list. What I was talking to Dre and you about in the break was the fact that for the first time in weeks I misread a question, which was the Sabrina one.
Yeah. Yep.
One of my favorite movies, Billy Wilder film. Of course, Bogart and Audrey Hepburn. Why would they have taken a stock picture if they hadn't been in a movie together?
I know.
And it's one of the all-time great films, but I just misread the question, so I gave you the wrong answers. So now I need to claw that back.
Yeah.
Which is good. I got to be an underdog. That's fine. But we both got a 10 on this list, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I imagine most people in the country would have.
On a side note, 800 people. Wow.
Mm.
Thanks for
Yeah,
showing up,
we had
guys.
welcome.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of guys from there. But welcome to everyone who's joined us.
Yeah.
Amaka in the chat was asking what the heck we're even doing here. This is a version of our pub quiz that we do in pubs around New Zealand. The reason we started doing it was, of course, because of the lockdowns, and we couldn't do stuff in pubs. Now our pubs are back, thankfully, but we decided to keep going. So yeah, you're just watching a very standard pub quiz. It's all for fun. You're only doing it because you want it. Watch it, and thank you for calling us wholesome. That's very sweet.
For those of you who are wondering, I posted a little link to the event for my live stream on Saturday. If anyone wants to go and check that out, that'd be really cool. Thanks so much. And Ulu has said, miss hearing Sunrise by Wax Mustang on here. Don't worry, it's still in the playlist. It'll come up. I love Wax Mustang. Sunrise is about the only song of his that I can actually get away with playing on our things without getting things into more of a PG rating. And they've also requested one more football thing. Jono, how was that injury towards the end of that game?
That took a while. That added to 11 minutes of stoppage time. That was quite something. It was sad. Yeah,
that was a scary injury, man.
Yeah,
that looked like it could have been a broken neck.
It wasn't great, no, and especially now with the way we have to distance, especially over there.
Yeah,
they couldn't quite. Yeah.
I was just trying to imagine getting in the mindset of like being a professional footballer. You're just playing a game, and then somebody goes down injured, and like 6 people in hazmat suits run onto the field. Like,
a brave new world. Yeah,
scary stuff.
It was. Yep.
Yeah. I had a Steely Dan fact as well, and then I'll go through the answers on the list. Becker and Fagan, the famous 2 songwriters from Steely Dan, used to be the bass and keyboard players in the touring band of Jay and the Americans in the late 60s, which is another band.
Pretty good. Not as good as Chevy, but it's pretty good.
Not as good as your first
well,
fact,
you know, I went big on the first one, not expecting to have to do more, and then here we are.
No.
All right, let's do some answers.
A loose fact there about the teams leading at Christmas and Liverpool never winning. They're going to win it this time, though. Don't worry. That's the problem.
All right.
Yes.
Here's some answers. Any US state whose name starts with a vowel. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, and Utah are the 12 states that begin with a vowel.
I mean, all I can comment is I didn't even get to Utah. It was just kind of the A, I, O's were fine.
Yeah. All right. Should we do round 3?
Yeah, let's do it. What is it?
Wow, what is that animation?
Terrific.
Holy.
Potluck, bit of everything. All right.
Potluck.
I need some bands here to claw Andre back. I need some music.
Well, music's hard, you know.
I know.
All right.
Tough.
Question number 1. Who is taking the snap on his holiday? I love this Photoshop. It's so like, it really doesn't do anything. Like just the old who is taking the snap Photoshop.
It's become a nostalgic gimmick for me where
yeah, exactly.
It's really not special. But back when that gimmick started, I mean, I think Brennan was doing them back in like 2002 or 3 when Photoshop and the idea behind it was like completely new in a way for most people. So this was like fun and high tech, whereas now it's just kind of old timey and enjoyable. But yeah.
It makes me think of like BuzzFeed quizzes you'd do in like high school. Weirdly. All right, question number 2. What element is named after the 7th planet from the sun? figure out. Do you guys reckon you could do the whole order from the sun?
Yeah.
We were taught that, yeah.
All the way up to Pluto, the 9th planet.
It is the 9th planet. Yeah, why not?
I feel like they teach you that in like very early primary school.
Yeah,
even, but-
right.
And we were certainly taught Pluto was the 9th in primary school, so that's it.
I feel like I can get up to like Mars very comfortably, and then from there on, I'd be like feeling my way out.
Yep.
Anyway, established in October 1919, what airline boasts of being the oldest operating airline by date?
Thanks. That was a Kodak moment. Are you an actor? I am. I used to be. No shit.
Ik hoofd door de opening. Maak de band achter de rug vast aan de voorkant. En trek de band aan. Put your head through the opening, fasten the strap around your back and attach it in front. And make sure to tighten it. Om het vast op te blazen moet u een stevige druk geven op de rode knop. Dat u het echter niet in de cabine. To inflate your life vest, pull firmly on the red tab. This should never be done inside the aircraft. En als het nodig is, kan het zwemvest worden bijgevuld door het ventiel. En het lampje gaat automatisch
All
weg.
right, that's enough of that video. What a great video. That's the guy from the Venga Boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a performer. The
I
talented
know.
man.
I felt a real like sad little pang in my heart when the guy's
That
like,
is,
"Are you
yeah.
an actor?" And he's like, "I am. I used to be." Oh,
Aw.
buddy.
I saw him perform last year at Spark Arena, so there you go.
Well, there you go.
Fair question by Evan. I didn't understand the writing. How else can you be the oldest other than by date?
It just boasts of it too.
Yeah, unless it's like there's a couple that were in the same year, but one was in like February and one was in September. But yeah,
That's almost what it is, I think. It's pretty tight.
yeah. Anyway, question number 4. This footage is from which archipelago nicknamed the Enchanted Island? Man, I really hope we don't get copyright striked for that song.
That might be the one. And that's
would-
stupid. It's the dumbest song ever as well. It's
That
not
would
like
suck.
that song ain't worth it, bro.
I know.
What were you doing? You just needed a stock photo there. That was
Nah, but the
reckless.
The video is so great.
It's green alligator.
I mean-
That's not worth it, bro.
Trash song.
Such a bad song.
I thought it was funny enough that I thought we'd have a good laugh about it. That's
We
why
did.
I kept it in.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Question number 5. If I ran for 10 minutes at 12 kilometers per hour, how many kilometers would I cover?
I mean,
This is just a math question.
it's just a very easy math question.
We've been big fans of our math questions lately, haven't we?
Had a couple. I don't think any have been as silly as this one, but
Oh well. Let's move on. Question number 6. All of these games are set to launch on what upcoming video game console? Now, I really like when I was really impressed. Andre, did you watch any of this or anything of it?
yeah, I caught it. I didn't watch it live, but
I
I'm
liked
up to date.
with the Resident Evil one with Village, where they've very cleverly got that it's Resident Evil 8 there with the VIII.
Yeah, that actually it made me laugh, but it also caught me by surprise because I thought for a second it was a fake out and it wasn't a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I know.
It was just a game called Village. I was like, what was going? Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but because the last one they did it with Resident Evil and they put it VIL. But I wonder how long they spent just thinking of words that have like VILL or something in it.
Because it's a pretty bad name. I'm pretty sure the name is just there for the pun or the visual pun.
Almost definitely. All right, moving on. Question number 7. What is the largest country by area to lie wholly within the southern hemisphere? Man, you really don't get a lot of info from that photo, eh?
I mean, it's
not
probably in
much.
the Pacific, you know?
Not much of a clue. All right, moving on. Question number 8. Adam Sandler is seen here as his character in what 1998 film?
Oh, I should ask for the character.
What, like with a character's name?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could tell you that. Steely Dan.
Bobby Boucher. Come on now.
Oh, well, there you go. I enjoyed hearing your brain think if you could say that without giving away the answer.
I also, I couldn't remember because the pronunciation's obviously going to be French, but
Yeah.
I'm not good at French.
All right, moving on. Question number 9. Which four-winged creature, known as Danaus plexippus, is not seen as much these days as it is slowly targeted by predators such as the praying mantis and wasps? To Ulu, I don't think you'll find a BION team member, at least not one of us, who disagrees with you on Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems. About getting a nom.
he definitely does a nom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Though what was it? He won it for what, Golden Globes? Was it?
I don't know if he won.
No, Independent Spirit Awards. Maybe?
Yeah, he would have got something.
He won it somewhere, and he gave a great speech. It was really, really good.
Mm.
All right, moving on. Question number 10. Does this app represent TikTok, Tinder, or Tumblr? There you go. Ula says it was the Independent Spirit Awards, where he gave a really good speech. I really enjoyed it.
What were you looking for number?
Pay
5.
attention, mate. What are you doing?
Question 5. You wanted 10 kilometers. You wanted the minutes. What do you want?
Number 5 was, if I ran for 10 minutes at 12 kilometers per hour, how many kilometers would I cover?
All right.
All right. And for those of you still looking for the ponderous puzzle, here is your next clue. The role for which I am best known was portraying CJ Parker on TV. I have dual Canadian and American citizenship. I briefly added the name Lee to my name after marrying the drummer from Motley Crue. And I just enjoy, do you like my new funky haircut?
Is it even new anymore? Does she even have that right now? Or?
Oh, almost definitely not. I'd say that would be her new funky haircut from like 2014.
Probably.
All right, and I'm just going to wait for these guys to send me their answers. I'm going to do some marking, and then we'll go through. And then we've only got one more round to go, guys.
I know.
I know.
Rugby fan points out. Rugby fan's been cheering us with the view count, actually. It's good of him. Almost 900, boys. That's pretty good.
I know. Very cool.
And yes, you said the word funky, very funny.
One day,
in any context.
One day, Angela Durand will make it on time for this quiz.
If I remember right, and I hope I remember right, because otherwise, pointless story, but nurse, so that makes sense with the...
Yeah, but it's just
Like
like,
starts-
she's like, even every week she's like, could you hold it 30 minutes? No, we can't do that.
Well,
That's
what
too
is
much.
good is you can always just run it right back to the start and go from the beginning if you really want to.
That's exactly right.
Right. Well, I actually have answers from both of you guys, so should we go through them?
Let's do it.
All right. Potluck. Here we go. Who is taking the snap-on holiday? It is Warren Buffett.
Oh, phew. I thought it was Bernie for a sec. I had to think about it.
Yeah, I guess I could see that being Bernie.
I thought it was
Too
Bernie, but
chunky.
that's
That
Warren.
would've
Yeah,
given it to me,
that's the thing. I figured it wasn't quite Bernie.
Yeah. He looks he's too, like, and up for getting involved in political, like,
Yes.
the game of politics.
Yep.
Yeah, also could be Larry David. What element is named after the seventh planet from the sun? Uranium, after Uranus. Are there any others that are named after planets?
Plutonium.
I guess plutonium, but come on, man.
Is
We don't count it.
Saturnium a thing? I don't know. Neptunium? I'm just making them up.
We make up our own things. All right, question number 3. Established in October 1919, what airline boasts of being the oldest operating airline by date? KLM.
Yeah, it's
The
a Dutch
Royal
one, but yeah, exactly.
Dutch
It's very
Airlines.
close. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, Dre. It's by like a few months, probably why it's oldest airline by date.
No, but it's just a stupid sentence because oldest is obviously by time. Like, there's no explanation that can.
The
salvage
chat has pointed out that we absolutely missed Mercury.
Ah,
I thought you did it intentionally for the joke. I didn't
Oh no,
realize
I
we were
really
being done.
didn't. I just didn't.
Oh no, that's a disaster.
I was just not thinking. All right, question number 4. This footage is from the Galapagos Islands.
what's going to lose us any revenue off this video?
Which was 0 to begin with. But
True.
It's all going to the artist who is behind the Unicorn song.
Yep.
Anyone know who that is?
Green. I'm trying to. I don't know who it is.
Somebody can Google that for me while I move on to question number 5.
Yes.
If I ran for 10 minutes at 12 kilometers per hour, I would cover 2 kilometers.
Yep.
Mm,
60 minutes in an hour.
that's what helps. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Math. All of these games
Irish Rovers says chat for the song.
all right. All of the revenue from this video, not that we get revenue, I don't think, but all of it goes to Irish Rovers. All of these games are set to launch on the PlayStation 5. There it is in all its bizarre glory.
It's something else.
People made this comparison when it came out, but it really does look like a building that you'd find in Dubai right now.
Yeah,
The shape.
or a router.
Yeah, that
I've heard Wi-Fi router. I've heard it looks like the new PlayStation being eaten by a big white clam. Yeah, many things it's been called. All right, question number 7. What is the largest country by area to lie wholly within the southern hemisphere? Australia. Sorry, Jono.
Yeah.
Brazil's bigger,
Holy.
but bits of it are in the
Yeah.
north.
I've misread 2 questions now.
Mate, come on. Question number 8. Adam Sandler is seen here as his character in what 1998 film? The Waterboy. High quality H2O.
This accent isn't quite as annoying, but that was a weird Adam Sandler era where every character he did had a horrific accent. The worst being Little Nicky.
Little Nicky was the worst.
Oh, I can't even picture the accent Little Nicky had.
She don't want to know.
You know what?
I've seen that movie.
Gimmick. Yeah, because the gimmick is he got hit in the face with a spade as a boy, and it basically ruins a 2-hour movie because he won't shut up. He's got like this awful drawl, and it's terrible.
Wait, in this movie or in Little Nicky?
Little Nicky.
Not Little Nicky. Little Nicky.
Yeah.
He got hit in the face. Yeesh.
Yeah.
And also, what, his dad was the devil or something, right?
Yeah, he's like a demon.
Yeah, fun times. I really enjoy like the 90s where movies could just be this comedian and he's the son of the devil and then he goes to Earth. Like no real plot to it. They just make a character and put them amongst normal people. So,
It was a good
very, very like SNL skit era as well.
yeah.
Wayne's World, that's a movie somehow. All
Yeah.
right.
That was a movie.
All right, moving on. Question number 9. Which four-winged creature known as the Danaus plexbus? It's the monarch butterfly. And lastly, does this app represent TikTok, Tinder, or Tumblr? It represents Tumblr. Yep. Not much more to say about that. Let's move on. Round 4. Oh, you guys want to see scores? We actually haven't done scores since like round 2.
I think I'm behind by 2.
Oh, you are behind by 2 actually. Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
You're on 47 and Dre is on 49.
Because I misread 2 questions, I made the mistake. I'm not gonna catch this up.
Classic business.
I'm not gonna catch this up.
Did we need monarch or will butterfly be enough? I think you need monarch butterfly for that one.
I think you do, yeah, because it did point out the scientific name as well.
Yeah, and if you don't know the scientific name of the monarch butterfly, what are you even doing in our quizzes? That's what I say.
Love Punch Drunk Love. Yeah, probably Adam Sandler's best film, but I like a lot of his fun 90s stuff as well. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, great films.
I don't think anybody would want those back, Rugby Kiwi. They can go away as far as everyone's concerned.
All right, days, weeks, and months. So the idea with this is that every question or answer or whatever has something to do with a day, a week, or a month. Simple as. Here we go. I want a glimpse of the future. I live in the USA's largest city and I've just finished work on a Friday night. Which city would give me the furthest glimpse into what's happening on Saturday? Honolulu, Auckland, or Shanghai? I really enjoy the writing of this question. Just coming in hard on the round with, I want a glimpse of the future.
I want a glimpse of the future. Give me a glimpse of the future.
BION fans, don't you dare leave.
No, never.
Don't even dream about it. Moving on. Question number 2, and it's another video question.
Woody Allen for Crimes and Misdemeanors. Peter Weir for Dead Poets Society. Kenneth Branagh for Henry V. Jim Sheridan for My Left Foot. And the Oscar goes to...
The winner of this Oscar did so thanks to which film? That's a fun little clip. That's a fun little question.
That's all Marty and De Niro reading it out. It's good.
Yeah.
Was it stuttering for anyone else? Or I was watching the YouTube stream and it seemed super slideshowy, but hopefully the people at home were able to see it.
It is a slideshow. It's not videos.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
This is like the 80s, right? Something like that.
1990.
Oh, well, there you go. It's 1990.
Yep.
All right, question number 3. Moving on. The March Sisters are a feature of what 1868 novel? Cool. Don't really know what you can say about that.
No.
They sure are.
They are indeed.
All right, and another video. We're getting a bunch of them in there this week. We are at the world's largest fair, staged annually beginning in late September. What is it called? Any of you guys think this guy singing right now looks a bit like one of our guests?
A little bit.
Just
Little bit, yeah.
little bit like Mr. David Seymour.
Just a touch.
Just a touch. Yeah, well, if you like that kind of music, come along to my live stream on Saturday night. It's exactly the same. That's all I play.
They're going to be asking you for questions, man.
Moving on. Question number 5. New Zealand law dictates most businesses must close for all of or part of what 4 days of the year? Oh. Yep, that's a question. Should we move on?
I'll write it down.
Not really much to say about that.
No.
If you write it down, make sure you write it down correctly. Jono?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I'm not going to win this. So I'm just playing for pride at this point.
Yeah. All right. What day of the week features in the song Footloose by Kenny Loggins? You know I would love to play this song for you guys. Dang.
Nah, let the Irish Rovers keep their $0.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Question number 7. The multi-words for all 7 days of the week begin with which letter of the alphabet? All right, moving on. Question number 8. New Zealand's superannuation is a fortnightly payment made to OAPs on which day of the week? Man, what a question. I'll tell you what, going through this, but I changed it to a photo. Previously, it was just a long video of like old people falling over and like getting quite hurt.
That's classic BION comedy, though. Just people falling over.
Yeah, I know, but it was
Vaguely
like,
related to the question in some way.
yeah, it's quite mean. It was quite mean-spirited.
I mean, couple laughs, you know.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Question number 9. What character do we have in common?
That's a great question, actually.
Now, right side actress. I looked this up today. She's like 40 now, and she still looks like that.
I mean, yeah, Casper was 1995, so she's been around a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a good run. This movie was 92, I think, 91, the first one, right around then.
Yeah.
Did we play the song on that?
Yeah, we did play the song.
Evan Yates is very correct, and so is Angela. That totally ruins it. I was complimenting it because I had it muted, but
I like that they played the song. That was fun.
I definitely, I guess compliments to the intelligence of our regular live quiz watchers. We get the diehards on the stream who don't want any of the extra help, I think. All right, do you want to see the last question of the entire quiz for the evening?
See it, man.
Let's do it. Question number 10. Statistics and New Zealand's analysis of birth data going back to 1980 has discovered which date to be the most common for New Zealanders to have a birthday. January the 5th, May 17th, or September 30th?
Yep.
Wow. Wowee. All right, you guys are sending me some answers. While you do that, I'm going to go for the last clue of the ponderous puzzle, and hopefully if any of you are still looking for it at home, this should give it away. The film character Borat became obsessed with me and planned to abduct and marry me. I'm most famous for wearing this swimsuit. My initials are the Pennsylvanian postcode.
And that's her right there. So there you go.
Yeah, you should be able to get it from that.
Yeah. I felt good about that round. I reckon I'm going to lose 59-57. We need to do something about this quiz. We score too well.
That's not really a problem. What's the problem?
It comes down to me being too drunk and misreading the questions.
I mean, yeah. I'm shocked that math question didn't throw you off.
Well, I worked that one out, thankfully.
This one, I gotta say, fairly easy. The superannuation question, I mean, I guessed. I have a 1 in 7 shot of getting that one right. Like,
Right. Jono, what did you say you thought the final score was going to be?
59-57.
Sorry, I'm just doing some calculations here. You guys can, what's going on? Tell us what's up while I do some.
I was scrolling up the chat, but the chat kind of died.
Oh.
I think everyone's just waiting for the final reveals.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Jean Murray, a postcode is numbers. Do you mean abbreviation? Yeah. I guess in the US you need to specify the state when you're mailing stuff.
All right. Should we do some answers?
Let's do it.
All right. I want a glimpse of the future. What a question.
It's so overwritten.
Which city would give me the furthest glimpse into what's happening on Saturday? Auckland, which is 16 hours ahead of New York. I don't know.
So.
Yeah, it's a weird question because obviously we know in New Zealand that we're pretty much first.
Well, it was a huge thing, especially around the year 2000, obviously, because we were, Chatham Islands, but that's still, I guess, New Zealand territory. But we were like the first in the world to be in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Which I guess if you weren't born then might be difficult to know, but everyone else kind of would remember that, I guess.
All right. Well, question number 2.
Woody Allen.
Oliver Stone won this Oscar in 1990 thanks to Born on the 4th of July.
Yep, his second Best Director Oscar.
Yeah. The March Sisters are a feature of what 1868 novel Little Women by Louisa M. Alcott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which shows you why these gimmick rounds are fun, because obviously that is more a pun than an actual date, day or week or month. But let's just play around with little word games and stuff.
Yeah, because they're the March Sisters, like the month.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Big net.
Question number 4. We are at the world's largest fair, which is staged annually in September. It is called Oktoberfest, which ends in October, hence the name. Question number 5.
September is cute there, though, because it'll throw someone off.
Yeah. Though it does say like late September, right? Yeah, beginning in late September. New Zealand law dictates most businesses must close for all of or part of Christmas Day, Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and Anzac Day morning. BION Fan says that my pronunciation was actually on point tonight, guys.
You did well tonight, man.
Yeah.
We didn't even comment when you did the 10,000 kilometer run question.
I know. I thought I nailed that guy's name.
We did. You kind of did, which is probably why we didn't comment. But it's also kind of mean because we'll criticize you, but no positive reinforcement.
I'm used to it. It's one of those things where everyone notices when you do it wrong, but do it right, and everyone just nobody says a thing.
You probably get that from your.
True, Jakey.
You probably get that from your boss at work a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Used to it from the bosses at BION. All right, moving on. Question number 6. What day of the week features in the song Footloose by Kenny Loggins? It is, of course, Sunday.
Kick
With the line
up
being,
your Sunday shoes.
Kick off your Sunday shoes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 7. The multi-words for all 7 days of the week begin with R. There they are.
Yep.
Question number 8. New Zealand superannuation is a fortnightly payment made to OAPs on Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Not Thursday. Well, that's all right. Dre said Thursday as well, so.
Yeah.
I just get paid on Thursday, so
That's so white. We all get paid on Thursday, so we think everyone does.
Yeah, no, they're Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And
I don't click super, so I don't know.
Not yet, anyway, man.
No, one day.
You got time.
Can't wait.
What character do Lisa Loring and Christina Ricci have in common? Wednesday Addams.
Yes.
Great. And then Statistics New Zealand shows that the most common birthday for New Zealanders is September 30th, which is 9 months after New Year's Eve.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, there you go. That's the reasoning.
I got it for really dumb anecdotal reason. Like almost all our friends are like, yeah, August through early November for their birthdays. So I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's the classic New Year's Eve babies is like the number one cause of babies.
Other than World War II.
Yeah. And I also realized that I forgot to put the slide for the answer for the Ponderous Puzzle in this week, which is really bad of me. But,
we all know who it is.
Yeah, it was Pamela Anderson. You know,
yes.
It was in the.
So
it was in the
yeah, you mark when you got it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Pam Anderson.
All right. You guys want to know the scores?
I'm assuming it's 56 to 58.
It was 56 to 58. Jono with 56 and Andre with 58. There we go. And that's our quiz. Now, Jono last week said that he would finally sing a song for us.
I did.
Once if he loses, and he did lose last week.
I did. I didn't promise anything for this week, thankfully.
Yeah.
But yes.
So, I have a song queued up for you, but before we get there, should we do the tiebreaker just to get through it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, if you've got a tie at home and you're wanting to break it, this is your tiebreaker question for this week. What was Bill Gates' worth according to the latest Forbes billionaires list in US dollars? And Andre won this week, so Andre can go first on taking a stab. We won't do it official-wise.
107 billion. Why not?
All right. And Jono, what's your stab?
96 billion.
Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what. If Jono had won, or there had been a tie rather, Jono would have won. There's 98 billion.
After losing 2 tiebreaks in a row, it's nice I would have won the meaningless one. That's good to hear.
Well, you'll get better luck one of these weeks. You just got to read the questions, you know? You would
well, it turns out I've just got to read. Yeah, I know Sabrina. I sent you a picture of the DVD copy I have of that movie. So that's absolutely fine. I didn't promise any recordings this week. Next week I might again. I need that motivation.
He'll need another song. After you hear him tonight, let us know what songs you'd love to hear him do. As per usual, if you want to get in touch with Andre about anything, you can reach out to the Believe It or Not Facebook page, Believe It or Not Instagram and stuff like that. Believe It or Not Facebook page is the best chance to get in touch with Andre. If you want to get in touch with Jono, you can get him on... What are you using this week, Jono?
I'm using the Facebook page as well. How about that?
All right. Jono's dating app this week is the Facebook Marketplace. And
and maybe Apple Music after this recording. Who knows? I mean, look, I used a lot of reverb and speed on it, which in fairness, Bruce Springsteen himself did on one of his best songs, "Hungry Heart." It doesn't sound like him either. So I kind of did a similar thing. You referred to it as Daniel Johnston. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, it's got real Daniel Johnston energy to it.
Okay.
I'm excited to play it for everyone. And if you want to get in touch with me, Instagram's the best place for that. You can reach me on jakeloves.ya. Yeah, and other than that, to play us out, here's Jonathan. Have you got an artist name?
I mean, are you going to put me on the ticker as Jonathan Morgan? Or
I don't think I can, unfortunately. I really would love to, but
Okay.
that's linked with Spotify directly, unfortunately. So.
I see. Well, Jonathan Morgan, I'm on fire is fine.
All right, here's Jonathan Morgan with I'm on Fire. Catch you next week, guys.
Cool, man. Bye.